Well, now Texas being what it is, it's decided to have nice bright sunshine, and just sun's dipped behind the cloud there for just a minute. Time to check the temperature on the smoker, see how we're doing. Might be time to add some charcoal. Might not. Alright, just a little above 250, that's perfect. Perfect. Cheryl told me she came out here and put that on straight. I apparently put it on a little bit crooked earlier. So I'm gonna go get another bag of charcoal and open this little door over here. See what we got. Yeah, I could use another layer in there. So now those briskets in there are just your standard old choice briskets. Choice is what you get most times in the supermarket here. And some folks are kind of getting partial to prime. Prime, if you go to Ruth Chris or some steakhouse like that, your steak's liable to be a prime cut. Now, a prime cut on a cow just looks a little bit fat to me. Sometimes even a choice cow looks a little bit fat to me. And so when you're cooking a meat like a brisket, got that fat side up in there, and that fat will melt, drip down through the meat and flavor it. And same in a steak, that fat breaks down the meat, fat inside the meat breaks down, makes the meat more tender inside, because it's not all, if you got a cow that doesn't have much fat on it and much fat marbling inside the meat, then it's all meat connected to meat, so when you cook it, it doesn't, it's just all together there. So that's how you get a tough piece of steak. A lot of people enjoy a tough piece of steak, but so this place over here opened up, Pinkerton's new barbecue place, and several places are starting to use all prime meat over there, and it's good. It's kind of like Chinese food or Vietnamese food here, though. It's kind of downed in flavor to match the palate of most of the people around. You got a fellow from Vietnam once told me that food we eat when we go to a Vietnamese restaurant is kind of like hamburger to them. It's like the equivalent of our hamburger. It's just something, it's not something that's really the best of their dietary, their, what's the word, Epicurean delicacies. So anyway, prime meat's more expensive, and usually the restaurants buy up the prime meat. And for me, the difference in price and just what I'm used to, and this choice is an extremely forgiving meat. Choice brisket, it's large. You're cooking it for a long time at a low heat. It gets up to about 350. It's not really a problem. It'll cook a little fast and be a little bit tougher on the outside, but then there's folks that like that tough outside, so you just chop it off and chop it up and give that to them. They enjoy that. And I kind of like a little bit of an end sometimes with a little bit of bark. Call that black outside of bark, B-A-R-K. And it's good. Now, I'm not sure why in Illinois the prices for brisket are so high. People like to make corned beef and they like to make Italian beef out of it, but in a grocery store you won't find more than maybe a little piece of fat, a little piece of flat, or a little piece of a tip in the grocery store occasionally that they have out there, and they've trimmed all the fat off of it and they sell that because folks like to take that home and make their corned beef and cabbage with it. But so I'd go into the grocery stores there and ask them, hey, where's you got a whole brisket with the fat still on it? And no, they didn't have it, but I lucked out and ran across a guy who had a wholesale market. I'd gone to GFS and different places and bought different restaurant supplies and bought briskets, whole briskets with the fat on, just like these that I got here. and they come out of someplace in Kansas or Nebraska or somewhere, big place that just packages up all these briskets. They're all the same, but buying that wholesale up there in Chicago would be $3.89, $4 a pound. And here you might actually find a loss leader in a grocery store where they're selling it for anywhere from $89 to $1.59, $1.79 a pound. You'll normally find it though about $2.50, somewhere around there, $2.50, $2.80. Just about anywhere you go here, any time of the year. So you catch it on that loss leader and you buy it and put it in the freezer, and it works out quite well. So it's at that rate, it's an inexpensive piece of meat, cooked over a long period of time and just enjoyed by a lot of folks. So I guess that's that for now, and if y'all are in the Houston area and want to try Pinkertons, it's over there, and that's nice. And once this gets done, the reason I'm doing this is Pinkertons is open Wednesday through Sunday. Okay, you go and take Monday and Tuesday off. They close early on Sunday too, I think. Not early, 6 o'clock or so for them, I think. But I'm not sure. You go and check their site, you'll find out. So I have this regular thing over at Castillo here. Castillo's a neighborhood center. And I host a weekly hack night where folks get together, hopefully folks from the neighborhood and folks from anywhere that want to tell folks who know how to code in various languages what kind of applications they would like better, that we could use open data and open source code and all of that to build for them. And maybe they want to learn a little bit. And so I think some of our local high school students are going to be, they're already partnering up with neighborhood centers to learn soft skills, and they'll be learning some computer skills in a little bit. And most of them probably know a lot more than they let on, but we'll find out. So if this coming Tuesday y'all are down around north side or want to drive on down or drive over or up, wherever you are, come on by Castillo, and I'll post that on my Facebook in a little bit. And I'm probably going to cut all this up and eat as much of it as I can, then I'll take the rest of it over there we'll see who shows up, and be just fine with me if I have to bring a lot of it home, but be just fine with me too if a lot of folks show up and want to eat some of it. Bye-bye.